My wife said, I think we should go to America. And I'm like, you got to be crazy, because how do we go there? We don't have any money. She said, well, let's go to Montana. I said, you got to make up your mind. We ought to go to America. We go to Montana. And she said, but Montana isn't America. I was a teacher by then when the war started. I was teaching at the SOS Children's Village. Liberia got engulfed in a brutal civil war, one of Africa's most brutal civil war. In the first 3 months of that war, about 250,000 Liberians lost their lives. And as we got out of the home after 3 days, the area was littered with bodies. We literally had to jump over bodies. And the second ship came, we decided, yes, we're going. And I talked to my mom. I said, hey, we're all leaving tomorrow. We'll go to the port and we'll get on board that ship. We prayed about it. And then the next morning, my mom said, no, the Lord is not leading me. I'm not going. As we departed, she handed my fiance $5 and said, here, go, God be with you. That's all the money we had. The trip to Ghana was 3 days long. And I stopped a cab and I told him I was looking for the SOS Children's Village. He said, I know the place and I'll take you there. I said, well, I don't have much. I only have $5. He said, that's enough. But I later on realized it would have cost me 50 cents to get there. So yeah, that was my first lesson. We met with the director. Can you identify yourself? For the first time, I couldn't, because in Liberia, we got rid of IDs because it was almost an automatic death sentence. There are some kids from the first ship. If they can identify you, I'll help you. When they saw me, they started to cry. I didn't understand why they were crying, but when they knew Mr. Collins as the English teacher, I was 172, 175 pounds easily. That day I was 92 pounds. 92 pounds. My wife was a medical student. She started helping out in the clinic. My wife said, I think we should go to America. How do we go there? We don't have any money. She said, well, let's go to Montana. My wife was an African exchange student. She went to Helena High School, and she had contacted her host family she lived with for that year, Bruce and Joyce Knoxheim. And they were happy, they were willing to assist, but they didn't know the process. We didn't know the process. So finally, they talked to Carroll College. It's a local Catholic college here. Very good nursing program. And Carroll awarded my wife a full scholarship to do nursing. And then Carroll College put me on the scholarship as my wife's dependent. But when we got to the embassy and presented all the documents, they told us only one of us would be able to go. And I told them, well, my wife will go because she had the scholarship. And it made sense. In the meantime, I was trying to join them and I couldn't until Congress passed the Liberian Resettlement Act. I registered with the United Nations and we started going through the process. And that process was not an easy one. But knowing I had a wife here and my daughter, my wife kept me going, quite frankly, because she kept encouraging me. I had to send letters. I had to send phone bills to show that we were talking on the phone. Eventually, I got accepted. calling my sister up. My sister was in New Jersey. I said, hey, Joy, would you go and visit my family in Montana? She visited them for 4 days. And then she called me. She said, you don't want to go to Montana. And I'm like, why? She said, I was there for 4 days. It snowed for 4 days and no black people in Montana. As we were descending into Helena, the pilot came on the intercom and said, welcome to Helena. There were a lot of people there from her school, from my wife's school, the president. They were all there to meet me. And there was this huge banner, welcome home, Wilmot. But I was gazing, looking for my daughter. And then I saw my wife holding her up. And she put her down and said, there's Daddy, go to Daddy. And she started to walk towards me. And then she started to run, and I just ran, dropped on my knees and just pick her up, and we just hugged, and oh, it was pretty emotional. My daughter was almost 2 years old when I saw her for the first time. She was 1 month away from 2 years old.
Like I always tell people, we can get all 4 seasons in the same day. This is Stewart Homes. It's a 2-bedroom apartment. My wife, myself, and my daughter lived here. Times have changed. You see the clothesline? They had clothesline and everything got stolen. I'll never forget that. All our clothes got stolen off the line. When I got in this apartment, out of our host family house, this was neat. I was working here, working at Intermountain Children's Home. We have kids from all over the country come here. It's a treatment center for abused kids, sexually abused kids. It's internationally known, nationally known. My wife, when they have African-American girls, my wife tries and she mentors them, you know. So we still have our connection with the home. You got to keep involved. When I got there and saw the kind of work that was being done, you know, it was different. It was different. This is you see the campus's addition. You see, there it is, you know, so. I'm sorry, I thought we had better weather, but hey, that's Montana for you.
And then I got a call and asked if I wanted to serve on the board, and I thought it would have been an honor. And there was something about LRS that just spoke to me in terms of they're the real deal. These people are doing what needs to be done. I have firsthand knowledge of the work LRS do. That's why I am connected to them, because they do good work.
People always ask why are you running for mayor? Even people who told me that they won't vote for me, they still open their homes to me. They say, well, you know, Jim is my friend. I would vote for Jim, but I want to hear from you. I was running on the fact that I wanted to fully fund the providers of essential services, the firefighters, the EMTs, the police. We will contribute to affordable housing, because it was lacking. It's still lacking in the community, but at least we will do our part. We'll bring awareness of teenage homelessness. You know, before running for mayor, I didn't know we had teenage homelessness. Until I started doing my homework, and people started saying, why are you guys letting this thing go? We're stakeholders in this village and low income. There are 85 units here. That's 85 families with housing. It may sound small, but it's a big deal for us. Where homelessness during the winter, what happens to people during the winter months?
This is where the magic happens. The Housing Trust Fund, for affordable housing, fund the firefighters, EMTs. And so we've done a lot of good work in this building, and we will continue to do that. Sometimes I pinch myself because I say, is this for real? Because I still remember everything that happened prior to coming here. And, I still say they're all the prayers of my mom. I hold that in high esteem because it was not my doing. It had to be a higher power. It had to be the work of God to survive this. Sometimes I question God. My mom never. But she believed it was His doing and He will deliver us. So, yeah, I get a little emotional sometimes. My first job I got was within 1 month of me coming into this country. That's Montana. That's Helena. Now, give me a reason to leave. I don't have any.